I've got so much to share with you guys, I don't even know where to begin. Welcome back, guys. I thought it was time that I sat down and shared new discoveries with you guys. These are either products that I was sent or I have bought myself, and I'm just excited to let you guys know about. Not too much of an intro here today, guys. I'm gonna jump straight into it and start with this fragrance by Marissa Zappas. Marissa Zappas, I actually don't know too much about, but what I gather is that she's an independent perfumer based in New York and creates quirky scents. She also has her own line that is Namesake by Marissa Zappas. So I have tried a few of their fragrances from Saint Celier, my favorite retailer here in the UK, and Maggie the cat is alive, I'm alive. I had seen on the Saint Celier website for a while and I was just eyeing it like, what could that even smell like? I looked up the notes and there was something about orris and champagne and this ode to Elizabeth Taylor, and I was sold. So I heard that Marissa Zappas was changing their packaging, or her packaging. It is a one man or one woman band, I guess. And so I was like, oh no, because I loved the old packaging, which is this one. There's an image of Liz Taylor. She's laying in the bed. She's got silk sheets. There's one with her with a white dress. And then the bottle itself looks like this. I mean, it looks like 1930s glamour. And that is just part of the experience as well, right? The beautiful bottle. Maggie the cat is alive, I'm alive is a quote from Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, which is an iconic film with Liz Taylor. And so, yeah, I just wanted to mark a sort of new beginning for myself. Well, I go through lots of new beginnings and I do refer myself to being a cat a lot of times. I have had 9 lives and my goal is to have 20 lives within one lifetime. So I digress. This fragrance smells like orris, champagne, peaches, everything sparkly, bubbly, party-esque, and also mature at the same time. This smells like a 20th anniversary bash, for example, like anniversary between a couple. The woman would wear this. It smells like a Great Gatsby party. It smells like just glamour and wonder, and it's a feeling, it's a mood. The dry down of this fragrance is this musky, clean, kind of soapy thing, but like this is one of the fragrances where it's so much of a mood that you kind of get speechless. But you know, to iterate on the notes of it, it is definitely this champagne accord with this orris that is buttery and smooth and gorgeous. If you love an irisy fragrance, if you love the idea of something smelling champagne-y and bubbly and fun, and this is just a good time. A good time in a bottle, and a great mark for me for yet another new beginning. I thought that I would go straight in and talk about one of the latest Amouage releases because they have a lot of people talking about them, a lot of hype, and at $300 and something for 100 ml, they should be discussed. So this one is called Love Delight. I've seen some bigger bloggers really love this one. The floral collection from Amouage, which is called the Secret Garden collection. So yeah, Secret Garden meeting. It's the floral gourmand collection, which is quite unique and quite spectacular in its own right. And a part of the collection, I have decants from some of the other ones, Lilac Love being one of them. And it just is a really cool collection because they've somehow managed to blend gourmands with florals while still trying to make it sophisticated and amouage-y. Now, Love Delight to me is definitely Amouage's way of saying we have something for the Gen Zers out there who are looking for a sweet gourmand and with this musky sillage as well. And this fragrance, I was at the press event and the creative director of Amouage actually said that it reminded him of a certain pastry or a certain sweet that he had tasted in Paris. And the perfumer Pascal Gorin actually agreed with all this. And so this smells like a sweet pastry with heliotrope, except still musky. I mean, with Amouage, they cram in like 20 notes in one fragrance, so you can't pick it apart that much. Heliotrope is prominent, and heliotrope is a note that I've been seeing a lot lately. The latest Chanel fragrance also has the heliotrope note. So yeah, it's quite interesting because heliotrope is a note that stands out. It's not a note that is for everyone necessarily. Heliotrope was not my favorite note for a long time, but now I really do appreciate heliotrope. So it's a purple flower, but it smells quite powdery and it smells quite sweet, and it smells kind of like a certain hard candy that I tasted when I was younger. So yeah, heliotrope is also described as having this kind of almondy vibe, but to me, I just think heliotrope specifically when I smell heliotrope. I don't mix almond with heliotrope. I know that it's heliotrope, and yeah, it's something to be tried. I don't think that it's a fragrance that everyone is gonna immediately love, but definitely try it out and try to feel the wear of it as well. This actually wears really beautifully, and this is one of the things with the Amouage fragrances. I will be praising them all the time because there's something about the way that they're composed that the wear of them is just really, really amazing. And you are paying a lot of money. So when I'm paying this much, I want sillage. I want to not have to spray a ton, and I want my bottle to last a long, long time, which this Love Delight absolutely will. So check out the Secret Garden collection. I really love some of the other ones in the Secret Garden collection as well. So my mouth is watering talking about that one because it's gourmand, so I'm getting kind of watery. The next fragrance kind of took me by surprise. It is by the brand Bentley, which is known to, I mean, just looking at their packaging, it's known to be directed as a masculine fragrance line. Although I do have quite a few of the Bentley fragrances. I have 3 now. And so this is from the higher end line, I believe, the Beyond collection, and this is called Magnetic Amber. So this smells really sweet and delicious. It's very much like Elborn by Carner Barcelona. It kind of has this crème brûlée vibe. So it's a sweet ambery fragrance, also woody, kind of mentholated in the beginning and refreshing, and it smells super duper handsome. It really does. If you like your fragrances to be ambery but still fresh, which a lot of the time it's males who like that, but I'm not going to be the one to decide who wears what, then check out this Magnetic Amber. It also gave me something of a Rosendo Matteo No. 5, which is also a hyped up fragrance, sweet ambery type thing, and I believe that this would be more affordable as well. So do check out the Bentley Beyond collection. I did go out and try out Dior's new look, the new fragrance, and I'm so sad that the older new look has been discontinued. That was actually a pretty sophisticated floral, and I was really close to buying it a few times, but the new look is actually quite good. It's a nice, clean, incensey fragrance, but it's like if incense was the color white and it matched a white shirt, it's one of those incenses that I describe as like an AC incense. It has this cooling effect in the hot weather as well. But I did want to shout out Craft by Andrea Maack. So I have the older packaging of the Andrea Maack fragrances because I've had them for a long time, long time. And this smells very similar. This would be an alternative, and I'm pretty sure this would be a lot less bank breakable than the Dior fragrance. So do check out Craft if you've been eyeing new look. It gives a lot of the similar vibe. This is kind of metallic-y, incensey smelling. It's really unique. And yeah, Andrea Maack did it first. Okay, next I wanted to share that I finally got my favorite, one of like my top 3 favorite tropical fragrances. It's Tropica by Njie. I think she amped up the packaging a bit there. That looks quite cool. And this is simply put a musky, fruity fragrance that's perfect for summer. I get pineapple, I get kind of coconutty, I get this signature musk that she also has in her floral fragrance. What was it called? I think it was called Le Fleur. They have a similar musky dry down. If you like anything remotely figgy, remotely drinking out of a pineapple drink, a pina colada, anything remotely deserted island, tropical vibes, bright colors, just summer breezing, then check out Tropica. This is nice for summer, but I've said before in previous videos, I love wearing a summery fragrance in the depths of cold of winter when I'm kind of depressed and need a pick-me-up. A nice tropical fragrance is great to go. And this one smells really natural too. It doesn't smell like a bunch of, lab-made ingredients thrown into perfume to kind of remind you of something tropical and then not smell anything like it. It just gives you a headache instead. This one is really nice. So check out Maya Njie Tropica. I would say these fragrances are less like high-end perfumey smelling, more mood smelling, more like a vibe smelling. This is a really great vibe But maybe somebody will disagree with me. There probably will be. There's always somebody who disagrees with me. But check out Tropica, one of my favorite tropical fruity fragrances that I can actually handle and that actually smells like fruits. The next fragrance is a new release by Franchesca Bianchi. I've always been a supporter of this brand. I love Bianchi's work. I love her signature. And so she has a collection. All of her newer fragrances seem to be more approachable because her first line was just so like pungent, so animalic, so its own vibe, right? Like very, very grr in those fragrances. So this is called the Mariner's Rhyme, and it is a Marini fragrance, but made a la Bianchi, although with less of her signature touch of being, you know, that kind of feral thing. It is very nice though. If you know Sex and the Sea Neroli, it has some of those marine vibes that she's used in that fragrance, but it's made it a lot more wearable. I would say this would be a good alternative to, for example, Acqua Sale, I think it's called, by Profumum Roma. And those are more pricey. So with these Bianchis, I love them for travel as well. Like the Sex and the Sea Nerolis and the Under My Skins, you can just put them in your pocket. If you don't have a bag, you can just throw them in your bag. You can travel with them. They're 30 mils. They're just perfect to throw and wear and spray. This is a very literal Marini smell. It smells a lot like the sea salt spray that you put in your hair, but then longer lasting than that. So if you are looking for a literal sea-like smell, ocean breeze, not necessarily fresh, but more like lived in and realistic in it, then try out the Mariner's Rhyme. Okay, I have two natural fragrances by Prosody. So this brand I've supported and loved a lot as well for a long time, and I wanted to try out some of their lighter fragrances. The one that I had was Mocha Muscari, which is this gorgeous chocolate ambery type fragrance, and these are really nice again if you suffer from headaches with perfume. I think in general, if you know people who suffer from perfume headaches, send them over to my channel, because a lot of the stuff that I talk about don't give that. And my life changed when I started investing in better quality perfumes. I no longer get headaches. So this one is called Pizzicato Bliss. It comes in this cute little 30 ml as well. It's described as a natural cologne, and this is an eau de cologne. So if you're looking for something fig leafy, like leafy and bright and juicy, and a nice wake me up again, like the kind of thing that's like splashing your face in the morning, then try out Pizzicato Bliss. This is also a very good price point, and yeah, I love a nice natural smell as well. I love it all. But if you're looking for a nice natural cologne fig leafy type fragrance, check out this one. We are drinking rosé today. It is summer. Summer is here, so no more tea. I switched it out for rosé. Now the other fragrance that I got from Prosody is called Trevi Rose. So they have two roses. Their other rose is like a gourmandy rose. So this one is more of the unisex rose in their range. It's more of a woody rose. Still refreshing, still a natural cologne feel, still carefree and breezy, still perfect for summer, still not cloying. It's just a perfect woody rose. A perfect unisex woody-ish rose. Think L'Homme à la Rose by Maison Francis Kurkdjian. Get this instead. Way better price point. We'll give you that feeling. We'll give you that vibe. We'll scratch that itch. I just saw that they also have a hair perfume of this, like a probiotic hair perfume, which I feel like I need to get. Because the rose scent just is, the rose to me is one of the most unisex flowers. A rose can be sweetened, yes, and a rose can be woodened up, yes, but a rose as a rose is generally just a very wearable floral. So yeah, another good one. Okay, next is a brand that I discovered while I was in NYC, and I've got two of those brands. That would make 3 American brands in this video. And I love to, when I travel, support local brands. Like, I will always do that. What is the point of going halfway across the world if you're going to be supporting French brands anyway? Right? So this is called Liis. I hope that I'm describing it correctly. Is it even showing up on camera? Liis. I'm not sure where the name inspiration is from, but these are very carefree, cool, California-esque fragrances. I believe they're from California, this brand. And it comes with a collection of 5 fragrances, where my favorite fragrance is called Floating. So all of them are like signature fragrances. Floating is, I don't know why I'm saying it like that. Floating. Floating smells clean and breezy, and it's supposed to smell like linens, like clean linens, but there's something just really comforting about this fragrance. It smells like kind of fruity and musky at the same time. It's one of those non-perfume smelling type of perfumes, I guess. And my sister's fragrance, I don't even remember which one it was. It was the sweeter one. Rose Struck is also very nice. And I think it was Beau or Studied. I'm not sure. There's one sweeter one in this collection. But do try out these Liis fragrances if you're into this kind of signature scent. I think they lean a little bit typically feminine if we're going to talk about the scale, and yeah, they just make me think of like a really cool California mom, like go pick up your kids wearing sneakers and wear these fragrances, but trying not to stereotype. Okay, now we have a deeper, warmer, richer fragrance, and it is a vanilla fragrance by Ormonde, another brand that I have loved and supported for years. Mon Tabaco I love. I have it in candle, I have it in fragrance, and this is their Ormonde's answer to a pure vanilla. I don't think they've done a pure vanilla before. Vanille des Afriques is just gorgeous from beginning to end. I get animalics in this fragrance from the beginning as well. So this is pure Madagascan vanilla in essence. It's called an Intensivo because it is highly concentrated. It's also one of the pricier Ormonde fragrances, I believe. And so I have a little 10 mil right here, okay? Wouldn't mind a bigger bottle of this fragrance because it's quite good. I do have a lot of vanillas though. Vanilla is like a favorite, but I'm so particular with my vanillas. I do not like a vanillin, synthetic vanilla. It has to smell like the real deal. And this one absolutely does. If I would pair this with a word, because vanilla is often sweet, this is not your typical sweet vanilla. It's more of like it's like a silky vanilla. It's a silky, sophisticated vanilla. And I love it. I feel like a lot of the Ormondes have a little bit of pink pepper. They got a little bit of a signature to them, a little bit of sparkle. And this one has that tiny little bit of an Ormonde signature sparkle to it as well. If you are a fan of that, check out Vanille des Afriques. Okay, next. Wow, I've talked about a lot of fragrances, but we're going to keep going because there are a lot of new discoveries here. This one is by Puredistance, and you guys know since the beginning, Puredistance M was my thing, and I even forgot to mention it in my leather video, or my leather video just went way overboard, was too long. But Puredistance M, love it, worn in leather. Puredistance White, Snow Queen, love it. And this is a new one by them. It is called Papilio. Papilio. And their packaging looks like this. It's a cigar holder, and there's your cigar. Hey. So Papilio is like a fruity leather. Papilio is a soft leather with fruits for me. The brief says that it's very ambrette heavy and, kind of like modern in it. Like it's a butterfly and it's modern in it with the ambrette dry down that people really love nowadays. And yeah, I see it as like a fruity leather fragrance from Puredistance. So all of them have this. This has 25% concentration. They are very highly concentrated. Most people would only need this little one. You can go for the big bottle if you feel like you can get through it. But yeah, just wanted to share this new release as well. And then we have a perfume from a brand that I was dying to try in New York, Maison. This brand wowed me from like the beginning because I have such a close affinity. So the founder of this brand used to ride dressage as far as I remember. And so everything is horse inspired, and horse inspired as in the real natural environments of the horse and the real being there in person with the horse. And this is called Rotano. This is the most horsey smelling one, although maybe debatable. For me, this is very horsey smelling. This has a stallion accord in it, and it smells like this. It's so comforting. This smells like putting your nose into your horse's neck, but all of the best facets of it. My dermatologist described this as musky when I came in. He's like, you smell musky, which I get because it's got this, I don't even want to say animal because I don't find it animalic per se. I still find it clean in some way. It's got some magic to it, Rotano. Definitely one of my favorites from the line. I also love Kanan. I also love this really grassy one. What was it called? I'll put the name here if I can find it. And then the packaging as well. Like, look at that. That's just beautiful, beautiful design. I do have the candle from them as well. So the candle that I have is for the fragrance, the scent Carrot, which is a wonderful patchouli rose. So good. I would be burning this right now if it didn't just overfill the room. Like, this is really a powerful candle. The throw on these are really incredible. It's really weighty packaging. I just can't recommend Maison d'Eau enough. Maison d'Eau has taken me. This was my favorite American brand that I discovered this year. Although, you know, Marissa Zappas, I only own one, but I haven't tried the full line. Maison d'Eau, I've tried the full line, and I just think it's a beautiful line. They're just elegant and equestrian. So Hermès tries to be equestrian, except they don't actually smell super equestrian. They do some leathers and stuff, but it's a la Jean-Claude Elena, like Frenchy. This is like more equestrian. Naomi Goodsir is also kind of equestrian. There's Corpus Equus that goes very animalic. This is like middle of the road equestrian. This is like equestrian chic. This is equestrian realistic, but still smells like perfume. This is fabulous, Rotano. I can overspray this fragrance and not have enough of it, like not get tired of it. And as well, really great ingredients in this one. The tester is, do you get a headache? I do not spray as much as I want. Absolutely fine. And I want more. And beautiful sillage. So Rotano, Maison d'Eau, love this brand. Please bring them to Europe. How do we get this brand to Europe? Okay, next, I finally got a bottle of Blondine by Frassai. I got this from Essentiel, which I haven't been getting things from any other website lately. Blondine is a fragrance that on first try, I was like, eek! What is that? Like, I was actually borderline repulsed by it. I was like, what is this combination of notes? It's really weird, unusual. I don't understand. And I had heard my friend Eve Spider Smells talk about this. Like, this was her signature scent on here. Eve, please come back and make more videos. I feel like a lot of smaller channels that I really connect with end up disappearing all of a sudden. And I understand why. It's a tough game if you don't commercialize. But I don't need to get into that tangent. Frassai is an Argentinian brand, woman-owned, beautiful, beautiful stuff. I love Tiandi as well. I think that might be in my next one. I have Victoria, which is this tuberosy oud. Like, they're so well thought out. Their Cuir Pampa is also great. Blondine is a fragrance that I would fully say is feminine to me. This is a fragrance that I personally could not see a man's man want to wear, but you know, don't come fight me for this. And I think that when it comes to how a fragrance makes you feel, we're up to saying how they make you feel, right? So this makes me feel hyper ladylike. This makes me feel hyper feminine. What does it even smell like? This smells like lily. It smells like chocolate. It smells like cacao dusted lily. It smells like musky. It smells fruity and pretty and floral all at the same time. It's pretty and strong at the same time. Do you know what I mean? Like, she's pretty, but she's strong. I think maybe the pungent part of this could be that there's like castoreum involved, and I picked up on those notes a lot more. But after wearing this a few times, and I had a sample that I just used straight up, it was the dry down that got me. The dry down is just something else. There's something very like whimsical about this fragrance. This is the whimsical, pretty fairy-like, yet strong scent. Try out Frassai. Try out Frassai. They're actually in a similar ballpark, these Maison d'Eau and Frassai, like in terms of their visuals and bringing the visual to life in the scent. And do you ladies know each other, the owners of these brands? You should meet, because there's some similar beautiful art created here. Okay, I've been sitting here for ages talking about perfumes. So speaking of hyper feminine, This fragrance, I don't imagine a lot of women wanting to wear. This to me smells hyper masculine. This is by the brand Brioni, Italian brand. And this is your spicy, fresh, handsome, kind of resinous-y fragrance for men. I would absolutely recommend this one as a good go-to. So this is the quintessential, very zesty to begin with fragrance, like very, very green limes. And then with cardamom pods and this like cold-ish olibanum, which is incense. So this smells more like not burnt up incense, but when you smell pure olibanum. If you've ever smelled the raw material, it just smells cooling and it smells like vibey. It smells like not necessarily spiritual, but clean in its own right. And a nice alternative to other clean notes, I will say. So if that sounds good to you and you're looking out for a nice go-to masculine fragrance, try out Brioni. This could be something for you. Can't stop smelling it. Okay, next we have a fragrance that is nothing like a go-to or nothing like a quintessential something. This is a work of art. This is called Perfume, and it is inspired by Homer's Odyssey, you know, the Greek story, the Odyssey with Troy and all of that. And this is a trip down the Mediterranean, but it brings you into a certain era of time. This smells like when people perfume their hair with essential oils and mix them together. You know that beautiful hair that all of the men have in Troy? Why does that crack me up? I feel like I'm kind of thirsty today. But yeah, the beautiful hair that the men have in Troy with the oils that, you know, are put in there, and you feel like it looks so soft as well because the oils have also softened the hair. And this is a huge blend of pure oils. Like, look at that murky green color. It's a pure blend of these green oils, and the way that it's also wrapped up like this, like you just see someone back in the day smelling like something like this. It's also got this immortelle in it. It is just super complex and dark, and the perfumer is Alexandre Helwani. So for example, you're thinking green, but like super murky and dark at the same time, and at the same time sensual, and at the same time with this like rosemary-ish, like herbaceous edge to it. It's another experiential perfume. And yeah, if that sounds good to you, check out Perfume. Next, we have a fragrance by Eau de Parfum, and these fragrances are also very high natural content. This fragrance is called Sabotage. Sabotage, to me, smells like pink grapefruit. It really does. It smells like the most lively, summery, slightly fizzy pink grapefruit. A little bit bitter, the way grapefruit is supposed to be and is. And I don't quite remember the link with the name of it being called Sabotage, but for summer and for a refresher, this one I would definitely recommend checking out. Sabotage is kind of rhubarby as well, like the really wet rhubarbs. And it's supported with like a little bit of musky, cedary thing in the dry down. But it also smells like clean detergent in a way. There's a certain cleaning product that I have that smells really good. This is in a good way. A certain cleaning product that this reminds me of as well that I really love and I always repurchase because it's just fresh and enlivening. So if that sounds good to you and you're into your great natural ingredients, try out this one by Eau de Parfum. And then lastly, we have a fragrance by the brand Hedonique, which is a line that Franchesca Bianchi has created alongside her own line, which is Namesake. So Hedonique is kind of, you know, this hedonistic line, and the first one I believe was a fruity leather. I don't quite remember the name of it, but this one is called Exquisite Affair, and I really like this one. One, again, the size, love it. Love the packaging, love the way it's so portable and easy and all of that. But there's something sweet and smooth about this fragrance. Something sweet, welcoming, sexy about this fragrance. A little bit of innocence mixed with leather. And now we have a few more leather fragrances to add to my leather collection. So, it's rich, it's sweet, it's inviting, it's fruity, it's peachy, it's leathery. There's a cotton candy-ish accord to it, but don't read into that, okay? That might put some people off, might put some people on as well. But it does, it smells really good. I will be throwing this into my bag for the summer nights when I've been out all day or working and then needs a pick-me-up for the night that's va-va-voom. This is gonna do the trick. So check this one out. Exquisite Affair. So that was that, guys. Thank you so much for sticking through this entire long video. If you have made it all the way to the end, I appreciate you. I care for you. Let me know how you are. Let me know what your scent of the day is, most importantly down below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.